Sometimes there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on, we're moving on.
team. It's Bazan in goal, a back four of Walker to Peters, Bella Kuchuk, Solusu, Giulieppo, Ward Prowse captain, and Lavia in the middle, Rubu, Nusi, and Armstrong, and Adams is the 11 for Southampton. Manchester United are unchanged from Monday. No start for new signing Casemiro, who's on the bench, alongside Cristiano Ronaldo, Maguire, and Luke Shaw. So it's David De Gea in goal, a back four of Malacia, Martinez, Varane, Dalot, McTominay, Ericsson, midfield three, Elanga, Fernandez, Sancho, and Rashford up front. Anthony Martial pulled up in training midweek for Manchester United after coming on and creating access for the second goal against Liverpool, but he cannot make the squad. There is hope he can make Leicester, which is the next opponent for Manchester United, but all eyes now on this one. United aiming for their first back-to-back wins in the league for the first time since February, whereas the Saints are looking to end a run of 7 games here without beating Manchester United. Saints are 2 goals away from conceding 100 in the Premier League against United, and it's Erik Ten Hag who's been talking to the local media this afternoon. The spirit was already good, but it's now even better after Monday's win. But it's only 1 game, so we have to build further. We have to develop, and I think everyone is aware of that, and I think that's the case, and that's the challenge for Manchester United. Beating Liverpool for Manchester United is always a big achievement, especially from their start of this season, losing 2-1 to Brighton and losing 4-0 to Brentford 2 weeks ago away from home. To beat Liverpool in the manner they did, to come to the South Coast and not get that victory here or have a positive result, it could be the same old story for Manchester United. But Southampton, they would like to kick on as well, losing to Spurs opening the weekend 4-1 defeat at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then they got that draw against Leeds here 2-2 off, being 2-0 behind. So they're above Manchester United on the table with their 4 points. Who's sporting a black polo and a black hat with a red emblem on. Not sure what that is. Erik Ten Hag's got a white polo, black chinos, gone for the very serious look, and there's a frown on him. We're moments away from kick-off between Southampton and Manchester United here live on Flash Score. Run through the 2 teams. It's Banzuni in goal for Southampton, Walker Peters, Bella Kuchuk, Solusu, Nepo, Ward Prowse, Lavia, Rubo, Lucy, Adam Armstrong, and Adams is the 11. And for Manchester United, David De Gea, Andy Madley is the referee, but it's back four from Malacia, Martinez, Varane, Dalot, McTominay, Ericsson, Bruno Fernandes, who captains the side, Elanga, Sancho, and Rashford. And it will be Southampton to get things going for us in this game, kicking from left to right. United will actually shoot to their own fans in their away travelling fans for Manchester. We're up and running here. It's hoofed forward by the goalkeeper of Southampton. Martinez decides to hit that forward. It'll be a throw in on the far side to Southampton. Weird tactic there. And I have to say, United's kit really does blend in to the pitch. We saw that against Brentford in that dreadful performance from Erik Ten Hag's side. 4 goals down inside the first 35 minutes. And the 7 teams they've lost to, coming from last year, in their worst run in the Premier League, lost to Manchester City, lost to Everton, lost to Liverpool, lost to Arsenal, Brighton and Crystal Palace last day of the season, and then their first away game being Brentford. They've got a bit of defending to do in these early stages. Also going to throw it. Lucy will take it. He's got a long throw for Southampton. He's got one right about alongside the penalty area, about 5 yards to the right. So he'll throw this in. De Gea, of course, has been suspect already along the season, so it's arrowed in. The United clear the ball. They do through McTominay, but it's fallen to Arubu. Arubu now to the touchline, releases back to Solusu. Good ball in towards, and it's comfortable in the end for David De Gea, but just moments there, a bit nervy for United, not clearing the ball. And here's Elanga, that's been giving the ball via De Gea, and it's going to be a throw-in for Manchester United. Ward-Prowse there with the challenge on the Swedish international. As expected, a quick start from the home side, putting pressure on the visitors. Martinez is on the ball, yellow boots. Early see that could be key. Shippers this to the right hand side for Varane. Some of these playing at a defensive mid role ahead of Casemiro. And Ten Hag alluded before match that it's going to take a time, it's going to take a process for him to get it up and running to do 90 minutes, and due to that he doesn't start. So Bandy pumps this one forward for Southampton. Martinez doesn't lose a draw in the L, and we sort of talk about his height. He's very accurate with his timing, and he wanted to have a header there, and it's cleared by United to be a throw into Southampton. 0-0 here, 2 minutes gone. It's into 5. It's a flash score, of course. Martinez, shooting Adams for Scottish International. That's not the first 2 games. Then bench. That's race. It's at 4 right now, but Adams. Now here's Fernandes on the half turn. Slips this to Jadon Sancho. He's on the left hand side. Checkers. Plays it back. Here's Fernandes. United probing. Still Fernandes. Rashford in the middle. Dalot's on the overlap. Does approach the byline. Plays it back to Fernandes. Back to McTominay. Infield to Eriksen. Bruno wants it. Puts it to the right hand side to Dalot. Left footed cross blocked by Southampton. Varane will keep it alive for United. Down this right hand side. Dalot. Fernandes wins the throw in. 0-0 still. The turn of pace that all came from Sancho down the left hand side. Good credit to Southampton. They kept their shape correctly and made it difficult for United once that transfer over. And that is the worry for many Manchester United supporters, the lack of depth up front with Ronaldo on the bench and the injuries that Anthony Martial is picking up after such a fantastic pre-season. The fluidity, we haven't been able to see that in the Premier League so far that we saw in the Premier in pre-season. Eriksen though trying to move that ball forward, it's lost out and Southampton will clear. And that is something I'll be disappointed for Erik Ten Hag. Of course, if you read the papers and read all the sites, of course Flash Score, keep you updated with all the statistics and all the transfer rumours. United are bidding for Anthony, the Ajax midfielder, and they seem to be being successful. They launched the ball forward, and in fact the Southampton goalkeeper has to come out, head it out. There'll be a throw in Southampton's half for Manchester United down this right hand side at Dalot will take it. 0-0, 4 minutes gone. Yet to see anyone have a shot on target yet. Still waits to get the throw in. Harrison straight to Fernandes. Fernandes tries to head this into Rashford's path. It's cleared by Southampton. 4 players are in Southampton's half until Eriksen heads that ball back and Varane plays it back to De Gea, who's got an all blue kit, and he shifts to Varane, who's been lauded up for his leadership qualities. A statement from Ten Hag that he's not brought back Maguire or Shaw or Ronaldo. He's kept the same side, and hopefully for Manchester United's perspective that could pay dividends. Here's Eriksen. He's seen a lot of the ball in the early stages, nothing to really hurt the opposition. It's really pressed. Rashford now going to run at the goalkeeper. Banzu has the ball. Right-footed, launched it into Manchester United's half. Malacia goes up and battles Armstrong. Armstrong uses his strength, but goes past Malacia with ease. He's got Walter Peters to the right of him, but Malacia makes up superb from the Manchester United fullback, made up for losing the ball easily to Armstrong. Eriksen, this body's over now for Manchester United. It's Erik Fernandes running into Southampton's half. He's got options to the right, to left, and he picks the wrong option. He goes to the left of Sancho. He's got Alanga to the right, and by doing so, Southampton do really well. They pick and nick the ball, and every time United get that ball from the transition, they do look threatening. Has to be said in these early stages, and that will please Erik Ten Hag for sure to see that the wrong option from Bruno Fernandes has to go to the right hand side. Alanga doesn't do so, and Southampton have a free kick in their own half. 0-0 here. Shaders goes to the far corner. It's now with Martinez who cleared. 0-0. It's given away, and Southampton have a thrown right in front of the two managers. Nil-nil. Southampton are in a position. Just fired a ball quite an early shot there from Bruno Fernandes. A bit wasteful. So much so. 7 minutes gone. Southampton nil. Manchester United nil. They're going to build from the back. The home team. United now with a bit of energy. Won a free kick, breaking it through. It was really good. It was the Ruben who's brought it down. Langer. Who's won the free kick. It was actually the defender rather than a Ruben. Sancho down this left hand side, up against Wolfgang Peters. Kicks him on. He doubled up Sancho, ball back to Malacia. Eriksen did see Elang on the left hand side on Monday night. There is that tactical change. Sancho starting from the left, Rashford down the middle. Here's Elanga though, running, and he's been brought down. Referee says nothing doing, and then the Saints should move with the ball. This is where they're going to be dangerous against Manchester United. The transitions where United have struggled for a fresh part of 18 months, and Ten Hag likes to throw players forward. Walker Peters now down this right side, and that's good defending from Malacia. Excellent from Malacia. Not only does he win the ball, oh brilliant, he just carves. Oh, he's giving it away, Malacia. He's giving it straight to Arubu. Danger. And from such a fantastic defensive move there, Malacia, he's ultimately given a golden opportunity for Arubu to punish Manchester United. So he wins it down the corner, down the left hand side, and he plays it straight to Arubu, who's in the box. McTominay's weak in the tackle. Thankfully for United, it goes out for a goal kick. Just hesitation there in the United back line. Good work from Malacia, the full back, but there's always a worry when you lose concentration. Erik Ten Hag won't be happy with that at all. Luke Shaw looking on, and Harry Maguire, also Casemiro next to Cristiano Ronaldo. The question is, will this be Ronaldo's last appearances at Manchester United? Of course, a lot of rumours, a lot of talk about him not wanting to be in the club. It doesn't start this afternoon. There's an opportunity for Southampton to put the ball in the box. Fire this throw in. Southampton nil, Manchester United nil. We're still looking for the first shot on target for both sides. It does to Saints players, headed back out and back in for the head tennis there. It does fall to Arubu. It will be a chance for Southampton to have a shot, and Sancho will break up with the ball. It was Gineppo with the effort. Sancho up against Ward-Prowse. Sancho for the step overs. Oh, it goes past Ward-Prowse superbly. Sancho fancy another bite of the cherry against the midfielder. Plays it back now to Malacia. Better from United. McTominay now, 10 yards from the penalty box. Fernandes, zip to Eriksen. Got options to the right. He flicks it to Dalot. It's a bit ahead of Dalot, but Dalot gets this second bite, and he goes and he crosses, and it can't be converted by Rashford. He had the option to tuck it back to Elanga. He decided to lift it, looking towards Marcus Rashford, and it was Rashford in fact who was there, and it was Fernandes who was going for the head, and he missed the Portuguese midfielder. Two Portuguese players could not combine. The game starts to open up a little bit, 0-0. United trying to avoid once again defeats each of their three opening two away league games of the season for the first time since 1973. There is an applause for the death and the life of a former Southampton player. Of course, unfortunately, four sides of the stadium go up. Depo there, who's running towards Dalot, and Dalot there just brings him down in the halfway line. Southampton nil, Manchester United nil. It's a free kick Southampton inside own half. Clear well, they'll go really well. Looking to stretch the play, looking towards Rashford. It will fall to Sancho. It's a heavy touch from Sancho. Can he win it back, Sancho? Can't. It's defended by Toulouse, and they'll go down this right hand side with Peters. Erik looks lively in this middle also. It's a real proper Premier League game, has to be said here. 11 minutes. You would have known these two were struggling in the earlier weeks, the way the pace has been done. It's what we expected. It's the first of 7 Premier League games this afternoon. We've got a handful of commentaries for you guys. Our score today: champions Man City up against Crystal Palace. Missing live with Henry Deacon, but here's Southampton down this right hand side, whipped it up, and it's comfortable at the end for De Gea. It's a far post where Armstrong's header was off target. Good ball in. In fact, Varane, who back-to-back starts a rarity, got a touch to it. And here was alert. 12 minutes gone. Southampton 0, Manchester United. Straight back. United go long. Played it short, getting caught out against Brentford. Something that they didn't do against Liverpool. Southampton, they could need 2 or more goals in all but 7 matches. It's actually been a 1-0 victory against United, so definitely something that needs to improve. They are leaky and they're going forward here. Southampton headed out by Martinez. He's alert. He missed his header. Had to get that, to be fair. If he didn't, I'm sure he'd be through on goal. Waiting for this one to open up. It has a nice air flow, as mentioned moments ago, but you can just sense that first goal, as always, will really open the game up down the left hand side even more. That's Southampton go. David. The fullbacks for Southampton pressed really high on the halfway line. It's the goalkeeper who's got the ball at the moment. He's screaming at his team. And they've got a good press going on. They have to go long. They do, and it's won by McTominay. It's won that header. Sancho can't get there, so it's with Walker Peters down this right hand side. He goes past Sancho, goes into United's box. He checks back. Ward-Prowse, Rashford. A lot of United players in front of that Southampton team. A block of players. But they've still got it, Southampton. Down the left with Zenjepo. Looking to Armstrong. Good build up. Armstrong brings it down. Go past Dallows, keeps it Armstrong, left-footed cross into the box, it goes to the pool. Then a man over there, and they found that man. Here's Walker Peters looking dangerous. Ward-Prowse whips this in, headed out by Varane. Right-footed, good ball by Ward-Prowse, and United have to clear their lines. They've done that, but Southampton have it back. All the players are in United's half at the moment, 0-0. Here's Bella, who just cuts Rashford easily, gets the ball back, and from Toulouse receives it back now from Bella. Bella now to Zenjepo. Not something you probably expect United to have a lot of more of the ball, but Southampton are pressing ahead of United. There's a bit of time here for Armstrong. Infield to Arubu. It's cut out now. Won by Fernandes after the initial tackle by Varane. Fernandes will cook this, looking towards a Langer handball, and United get a free kick and breathing space for Manchester United. 15 minutes gone. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. And Lavia is the youngster that's been causing a lot of excitement down here in Southampton and across the league. One to watch for many in the middle. Lavia, the midfielder for Southampton, and he's shown already in the first 15 minutes the issues and the problems he can produce, as Erik has a real frown on his face. He's right standing on the top of his technical area. United have the ball in their own half in the back line with Raphael Varane. United's turn to build from the back and try and get some control. Martinez, Malacia down this left hand side. Somebody's not really giving any options, and it's headed out by Southampton. The ball goes long for Malacia. I'm trying to keep it moving. 15 minutes for 0-0. Shots on target from both sides. Is Eriksen. It's good for Malacia. Eriksen spreads this ball. He does find it out. That's excellent from Eriksen. He's got Fernandes to the right of him. Goes in field to Sancho. It's a bit late. It's behind Jadon Sancho by Langa. And when Fernandes has made that run behind, you have to release that. It's not good from the Swedish international in Langa, but good anticipation for Peters. But for the first time we're seeing what Eriksen could do in the United shirt, properly having a time to spray those balls, and it's definitely why Eriksen made him his second signing in the summer, bringing in the former Tottenham and Brentford Inter Milan midfielder. He was fired towards Langa and was battling, but Xavier once again gets in the way. Martinez now has it to United. Centre back, just holds very cold. First option. Doing anything in front of him. There's Varane. Now towards Dallo, runs into trouble. Now they're throwing. Also at the top of his technical areas, happy. He's clapping his hands vigorously, whereas his right hand on his chin. So a little word of Dallo. Throws this back. Just feel the nerves a little bit with Manchester United, which way this will go. Such a really positive performance against Liverpool Monday night. They trail here with heads dropped, they get into the ascendancy, get a goal where they kick on from this. Tough start to the season in terms of Brighton home, Brentford away, Liverpool at home, although they got the win of Leicester Thursday night, Arsenal to come to Old Trafford also next Sunday, and a trip on a fortnight to Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace. 18 minutes gone, 0-0. Southampton have pushed that ball back into United's half. You see that there's a space in the middle. It is really, really available. Zalanga's kick is wayward. Good from Malanga. Gives it away. Martinez has to clean up. Teams are really pressed to his job. Not a lot of space. The space now here for Eriksen on the halfway line. Goes into Southampton's half. Just checks back to Malacia. Malacia now to Rashford. He finds himself on the left-hand side and he can just turn and play that forward. Keeps the ball, Rashford, switches this to the right hand side, superb from Rashford. Dallo now to Langa. Langa approaching the byline, just checks, goes into the penalty box, no, checks it back to Dallo, will fit this to the far post. Fernandes header, good back to Langa, good save, second by the cherry, oh, hit the hand. Eriksen, oh, what a save, how's that not gone in for United? Well, we've definitely had two shots on target in quick succession. Fernandes keeps it. Oh, he goes past the player here. Fernandes, corner for United. But United really, really should have been in front. Golden opportunity. It comes from initially Dallo's cross. Three United players in the box. Has Fernandes with an initial header who hits their hand. That may have to be checked by VAR by Walter Peters. And then a second bite, it's hit by hand potentially. And it's Eriksen that hits it straight at the goalkeeper from 6 yards out. Just have to see it does hit a hand, no, hit hard straight. It's a fantastic block from Denipo. And header from Fernandes. And Langa has the shot, which is saved by the goalkeeper twice. And then it's Bella. No check done. Check is done, sorry. Will be a corner for Eriksen. Down this right hand side. Closest we've got. 3 saves from the goalkeeper. In fact, Eriksen's ball's good and it's headed and it's straight at Benzo, the goalkeeper. And United will be disappointed that they couldn't find the net from there. Good work though from Manchester United. What they did really well to create an opportunity. They won the ball from the second ball. Eriksen played it to the right hand side. Gave it to Rashford, sorry, rather played it to the right hand side. Dallo put that ball in. Fernandes and Henry just couldn't find it. 0-0. Warning signs for Southampton, of course, who started the game brightly and wouldn't have been in this contest equally as Manchester United, as the scoreline suggests, but just there, they just have to be careful when getting out of shape. The goalkeeper, who I have to thank, keep it level, just booted the ball forward. It's trickled infield out to Ward-Prowse on the halfway line. That's where he likes to see the ball. Puts the ball between the lines now. Che Adams now to Walker-Peters up against Malacia. Malacia's always aggressive with the tackle. Gets back to Ward-Prowse inside United's half, around about 15 yards away from the halfway line. It's scooped up to Aruba. And Malacia doesn't get there, and it's kept by Southampton. Aruba. Reeby now to Walker-Peters inside the Manchester United box. Good energy and aggression from Martinez. He pushes him away really well from Martinez, and he wins it for his side. And Sancho now can take a few plays, or has to get rid of it. Sancho got 2 players around him. He gives it away, Sancho. And that's a superb crunching challenge from Malacia. I have to say, Malacia and Martinez are really settled into this Manchester United team. We're halfway through the first half here, live on Flash Score. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. 21 minutes played. Walker Peters will have this throw. We've pumped in from Southampton, and United will have to be alert for sure. The threat has been coming from the set pieces throughout the season, and Southampton can utilise this long throw, which they're going to do now. It will be Salusu to take the throw. He's got an own goal in the opening day of the season. It's headed out by Fernandez. Rubu wins the head up. Left-footed cross. United don't clear, and it's gone all the way. And from a United perspective, out. Looking like a corner. I think Martinez got it. That's a goal kick. Either way, it's still 0-0. It was a lovely ball, cushioned left-footed from Southampton. It just scooped all the way towards the goal. And for moments there, you felt potentially, and it was Salusu there, and it find the far post to the player. So United have the ball with the hay. It was a goal kick, 22 minutes played. Plays it back to Varane. Rafael Varane now just checks back. This goes to his goalkeeper. No, he plays it to Martinez. Martinez just goes over to hold. Martinez goes in field to Fernandez. Fernandez scooping it to the right hand side. Dallo now to Varane. Martinez. Eriksen. Varane. Sorry for any technical problems you may have experienced on this Flash Score commentary. Manchester United 0. This is score here. United are building quietly in this game. We'll run about a string of 13 passes. Still have the ball with Sancho on this right hand side. McTominay now. It's Erik. Eriksen's finding himself the left hand side. Could have played it quickly. Here's Sancho. Now with McTominay, there's an opportunity to switch up the right hand side. He goes infield to Martinez. He's playing Southampton's half. Sancho now approaching the byline. Slips this to Eriksen, who's going to win a corner for United. First time cross, is blocked by Ward-Prowse. It'll be another set piece for Manchester United. 23 minutes gone, 0-0. This is no Maguire, Ronaldo. United leaves a little bit high in the middle with Martinez, of course, but Varane is in the middle. So he's up. Both centre backs are up for this corner. It's going to be right-footed. Eriksen's left hand is up. It's scooped to the far post. McTominay's up. Balls to Fernandez. Just checks it back in. It cleared away by Southampton. It's quite loose from Bruno Fernandes. It'll be a throw-in though to Manchester United. He's had his moments in this game so far. He's had a header and he's had a few passes that could have been stray. But he's been in the forefront. Manchester United, number 8. Playing in at number 10 position, of course. In Varane now. He's going to go back to halfway line to the corner. Malacia now. And the ball just pushes it a bit forward. Malacia now to Sancho. Quick play from Sancho. Eriksen. Sancho provides the overlap. Goes back to Eriksen approaching the box. Here's Malacia. Just holds because a few players offside. Will try going back on his left. Or really going back. It goes in field. Yeah, Varane. It's good pressing from Southampton. It made United work. A bit difficult from a position where it was looking likely that United could hurt Southampton. 25 minutes gone, 0-0. Dallo goes on field. It's left by Fernandez. It's good play for United. It can't be kept in by Eriksen. It's Rashford with a slip play. Positive play for United. They do look short up front a little bit forward wise. Southampton are dealing with everything they're throwing at them. From a Southampton point of view, it's about making the most of their set pieces, and when United do lose the ball in transition, they've not done that in a few moments so far, but sort of for their first shot on target. The score is still 0-0 in this contest for sure. And then Jeffo to take this throw. A lot of pressure this game. Go ahead of the season. There's McTominay, who's going to be defending. He's throwing. Come to move the throw in 35 yards from the penalty box. Aaron straight to Dallo. Eriksson picks up. He pokes this forward. Here's Fernandez. He wins the header. Push on Rashford. Referee says nothing doing. Andy Manley. Rashford wins the header. Finds it to Malacia. Malacia, that's a nice touch to Eriksson. Back to Sancho. Malacia now down this left-hand side. Sancho provides overlap. He's running and bursting the guts too much for Jadon Sancho. He's going to put pressure on Dieppe. Referee is giving the free kick away. And it will be Southampton's kick. And Will Price has 9 goals and 6 assists in his last 25 league appearances. Not see much of him in his final third. Free kick. Booted by the goalkeeper. United try to win it, they do. Sancho, touch is heavy. It will be comfortable for Southampton to take this through. 0-0. Score here. United are aiming to win back-to-back fixtures for the first time in Premier League since February. Trying to avoid a lot of defeats on the road, which they have been. Rubo. Skilled effort from Anusi. Let's see much Anusi on the ball in his first half. Ward-Prowse lost this to Arubo. Martinez wins that. Still with Southampton outside the penalty box for Manchester United. Down this right hand side. Arubo. It's Ward-Prowse, a right footer cross, and it's headed out by McTominay. Ward-Prowse who goes side by side with Fernandez. Good aggression, it's good build up play here from Southampton. Arubo. Anusi, right footed cross. It's on the money for Che Adams, and it's looped over the bar. Closest Southampton have got to open the scoring, and well, Che Adams to win that header. He's only one at the far post. One of 4 players in the box for Southampton. He was up against Dallo and Varane, and he won it. Hey, probably would have got there if it was underneath the crossbar. 0-0. Varane with the ball, right footed. Lost this to the right hand side. It can't be cut out, so it's with Sancho. United just pick the pace up a little bit. Malacia keeps in after a heavy ball from Bruno Fernandes. Here's Sancho to turn and run at this Southampton defence. He's got many players ahead of him, other than Fernandes, whose side. Malacia now has it. McTominay doesn't get it in the middle. Martinez gives it to McTominay. Here's Varane. Infield now to Elanga. Elanga's lost out here, and it's a chance for Dieppe to break at Manchester United on the halfway line. He's gone into Manchester United's half to release Adams, and this Martinez's positioning is really good. Elanga's still on the ground here. Ward-Prowse momentarily. United are down to 10 as Walker-Peters fires this into the box, and Martinez will head it out, and it will be a corner. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. It's very disappointing from Elanga. It's really good ball from Walker-Peters, I have to say. Once again, Martinez had to win that header. Jadon was in front of Raphael Varane. It could have been a golden chance for Southampton to take the lead. Elanga is now up from that knock, which United conceded from a set piece against Brentford. 3-0 defeat, 4-0 defeat rather. That was the third goal of Ben Mee with half an hour played. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. Ward-Prowse can whip these balls in. It's right footed, goes towards the right Southampton, and it's fired over, and that is a very good chance for Bella Kotchap. Ward-Prowse whipping in, misses everybody, falls to the far post, and you're just waiting for the net to bulge, and he brings it down, he has time, left footed, he brings it down his right, and he has time. It's Eriksson diving in front of him, and he lofts this high and should do better, the centre back. It's a defender's finish, to be fair to the central defender for Southampton. But Southampton 0, Manchester United 0 it remains. Warning signs though for Erik ten Hag's side. They have to be alert from set piece, because Southampton will put pressure on them. As Martinez leaves out from Che Adams, he puts an aggressive press on him, and he's done well, Adams, because now Southampton's turn to really put pressure on United. Is Adams down this left hand side. Adams is going to be in the middle. Armstrong finds Adams, tries to turn, shoots, and it's right at De Gea. Good strength from Che Adams, could have went down, he didn't. turned on his right foot and did it. Soppy for Manchester United. All came from Adams, putting that pressure on Martinez. Ball gets turned over. Armstrong turns on Martinez. And it's a really good battle about Adams-Martinez. And Martinez hasn't learned anything since his first 3 games in the Premier League. He's going to learn now, and he's in this away game. 31 minutes, and it's Southampton who are on top at the moment. Adams gives it away. United give it away with Dalot. Elanga can't do there. United's tempo's dropped in the last 5 minutes or so, and it's Walker Peters now down this right hand side. He's up against Sancho. Sancho does well. Fernandes now back to Sancho. So United have won it, still on their own half. Sancho approaching the halfway line, looking to get out. He's got 3 players around him, Sancho, and he's still doing well, Sancho, and he's had to put the ball out of play. He needs more options down that right hand side. He's so isolated, Jadon Sancho. 3 players around him. It's only going to result in Southampton getting the ball back. Disappoint Erik Ten Hag. Struggling to get out at the moment, United. The ball's arrowed towards Adam. Varane plays it back to his goalkeeper. He'll be pressed by Adams. A tooth by David De Gea. 1-1 was the score here last year. It's Shadows got a deflected goal, and Mason Greenwood who the equaliser on that one. Solskjaer's manager still there. United were unbeaten. Back with a good start last year. Didn't lose for their 7th game. Compared to this year, where they lost their first 2. In contrast, terrible season that was last year for the most successful team in Premier League history. Their 13 league titles and of course the 20 titles they have won overall. Here is Malacia in the field now to Rashford. Sanchez going to be offside. So Malacia keeps it in. Really good play from the Dutchman. Sancho would have been offside. It's actually Rashford rather keeps it in. It's Malacia who gets the ball back to left hand side. Great for Manchester United because Southampton stopped and believed that Sancho was going to get. So Rashford continued himself. Eriksen there, so he's giving the ball away. He's whacked it towards the goalkeeper. And there is a lack of options, isn't there? And the attackers once again has another deep side for Erik Ten Hag. Rashford to put a hard press on the goalkeeper of Southampton. Malacia's in a Southampton sandwich. It's won by Martinez, who's been put under pressure by Armstrong, and he kicks the ball out. You can see Casemiro and Ronaldo and Fred are getting ready to warm up. Some options off the bench, you do feel at the moment they're very comfortable with what United are producing there. We approach half time, it's over 10 minutes. Peters, Southampton towards the box on this occasion. Rubo, and this touch is heavy and it's out. Ball from the former Rangers man, of course, made the move in the summer from Rangers to the Premier League in Southampton. Rangers qualified in the league by beating PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League, of course, after losing the Europa League final. Ruby's made that move and had a bad start to the Southampton career. Rashford's been launched down by Walker Peters. He's got his hand up. Peters couldn't do much there. He went down too easy. Well, Crusher hasn't scored a Premier League goal away from home when starting since Boxing Day 2020. He's got a chance to rectify that this afternoon, of course. Scored back with that goal also. Since January, Rashford isn't the best time, of course, this season. In the last year or so, as Elanga's up against the Neto, still Elanga, and Neto's won the ball back. Elanga's having the best time down the right hand side. Won't be giving away, no, Wolf-Prowse will get there. He won a bit more down that right for Manchester United. Ten Hag is talking to Elanga right now, and he's just saying, listen, use the wings. Zanutu's got a Ukraine heart badge on his right hand side on his chest, just shaking his head there. They do beat the press. Here's Adams, he's won the ball from Varane. Adams now looking towards Ward-Prowse. Malacia's got to get there ahead of Ward-Prowse first time. Ball, Hair's got to keep this in, and he does. Superb from the United goalkeeper, being alert and to gather it. It would have been a corner and it would have been danger for the visitors. And the danger and the power that Southampton have from the set pieces. Martinez to Varane. Back line. Dalot. Back to Varane. Back to to start to press now, and it's a loose ball, and De Gea has to clear that, making sure that it got to him. Sancho's touch is good. Leaves it to Fernandes, who can't bring it down, which is frustrating because there was a chance there, but it's turned now back to Fernandes. Elanga's providing it there. The whip, right hand side, approaches the byline. Rashford and Sancho in the box. Step over from Elanga. Waits to play it back, and he does all the way to Dalot. Dalot decks up to cross, goes into Malacia, and keeps this alive. Eriksen will provide a whip down this left. He's with Eriksen. Fernandes in the box. Left foot across. No, and no one could get the end of it. Good, dangerous ball. Needed more runners going towards it. Fernandes was the only player. It's clever from Eriksen. You expect him to put the ball on his right. He maybe on his left rather. He thought he could go on his right. And it was only Fernandes running in the end. 0-0. It remains. A goal kick to Southampton. Launch this forward. Here's Varane. Fernandes looking towards Sancho. Sancho's have to get there ahead of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's booted that ball forward. He's actually found a Southampton shot. He's broken and won the second ball. Ward-Prowse has got a lot of space. Now Walker Peters down this right hand side. Infield now to Lucy. Lucy's reverse ball. It does find Adams, and it just trickled past De Gea. It's on target, and De Gea will cover that. It was a nice play from Southampton, and on another day that would have been 1-0. The initial run, he's onside. He goes into the middle of Varane, and Adams can't be out into the net. Eriksen gives the ball away. Now with the goalkeeper in Van Zook. 38 minutes played. 0-0 still. Fired up. Looking towards Adams. Adams wins it and brings it down. Shoots, and it's over. Getting easy now for the Scottish international to get in between Martinez and Varane. As I said earlier, I thought Martinez's first 3 games out, he's having a proper education in English football. He's physical, the butcher they call him. That's his nickname, Martinez. Adams done well, you know, to bring that down and to shoot. It's taken shortly by United. Varane. Now to Martinez, what United want to do, they want to go from the back in a very much even first half. Had a few chances, mainly the Elanga one and Eriksen from around about 5-10 yards. The penalty spot. It's an even game, still with United at the back. Malacia. Good turnaround for United playing Monday night and then starting the billing this Premier League weekend. Varane. Now to Dalot. And then plays it back to the French international, who looks like he will arrow this back to De Gea. Not pressing, but their structure is difficult for United to break down at the moment. Any mistake, they can pounce. Here's Varane, being pressed. Approaching halfway line, their own half. Here's Dalot, trying to penetrate the lines, and this is what I mean when I meant that when they give the ball away, United Southampton look dangerous, and they want a free kick. Tominate's giving it away. And Lavia just puts the ball through his legs, and that's simple. Tominate. Ward-Prowse to take it. Spoke about scoring those 9 goals and 6 assists in 25 league appearances, but the Saints, that captain hasn't scored at St Mary's in 2022. A run of 11 top flight games. I'm not sure he's going to score from this free kick because it's around about 10 yards from the halfway line, but United have got a real highlight here, and it's an opportunity for them to whip this ball in and put pressure on United. It's 40-minute scores. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. It's a floater, and it's missed the first man, but it's been cleared by United. Elanga is going to run on for the ball. It's hammered forward by Southampton, back in. Rubu wins the header. Rubu's header finds De Gea. Martinez. Eriksen. Now, back for the Argentine. Tominay now can turn and face. Spreads this now to Dalot. Fernandes is pulled to the right hand side. Orla. United struggling to get out of there in half. 41 minutes played. Varane. Martinez. Footed to the far side. This is good for Manchester United to beat that press. It's going to be Fernandes who hammers this forward though. It's easy for Southampton. They want anyone to be target. Then he should win that back. He doesn't load it. There's Will Prowse. Sancho will come in. Look at the bench. It's got Martial really a miss for Manchester United. I haven't got that number 9 as Martinez as well to win this. It's fired towards Rashford. Try and keep this in, and annoyingly for Marcus Rashford, and superb defending for Bella Butchup. He keeps Rashford at bay, and it's going to be a goal kick for Southampton approaching half-time. It's a really frustrating game from Manchester United's perspective. Really get going, and Southampton look dangerous. It's one of those games where I think Ralph Husendutu will be happy with his side's performance. Yeah, they're the home side, but I expected United to have a lot of the ball, but his side have seen a lot better view of it, and they've had a good few chances, definitely the last 20 minutes, able to break and hurt United. There's a chance now for Rafael Mudello down his right hand side. Langa's touch, it's a bit heavy, tries to go around the defender, does win a throw in. Better from the Swedish international and United forward. Been struggling this half down his right hand side. Lowe will take this throw in. Throws in line with the penalty spot. You're actually shooting right to left, in front of the travelling United fans. Excuse me, as the Lowe throws this to Rafael Varane. Martinez. Just checks before giving it to Eriksen. Does he give it to Dane? He does give it to Eriksen. Eriksen now, many options in front of him. Orchestrating some attack, more frustration for games like this to break teams down for sure. Here's Dalot. Eriksen's free. No, doesn't give it to, goes back to Martinez. Good pressure for United. We approach the final 90 seconds of the first half. We've just got too much added time. Penalty break. Here's Sanchez had to come to the touchline to get the ball. Now he can turn and face and run into the box. He plays it to Malacia. He plays it back to Elanga. Tries to tee up Rashford. Shot is blocked. McTominay does a little turn and swivel, brought down to be a free kick, and it's perfect for Christian Eriksen, around about 5 yards out for the penalty spot, 5 yards, and it's superb work from McTominay. You have to say, rode the challenge, turned, and then was brought down, and was clever as well because he left his leg out, left his right leg out, and Arubo brought the Scottish international man down. Well, Ward-Prowse is an amazing free kick taker, and so is Christian Eriksen, and this is right on the money for Christian Eriksen. Obviously Fernandes and Rashford are over the ball also, but you'd be amazed if Christian Eriksen would be on this. Fantastic set piece taker, and as we approach the half-time whistle, you expect it to be Eriksen. It could be Fernandes also. Ronaldo looks on. Of course, he's a fantastic free kick taker. Cristiano Ronaldo over the years, scored many for United, scored one against Norwich. Ward-Prowse is lying on the floor. It's going to be Fernandes, and it hits the wall. Disappointing from Fernandes. The ball did its job, but for that distance, you've got to be hitting the target. You've got to get in the ball over the wall. That's the first step, and that's Manchester United 0, Southampton 0 score from St Mary's, and they've lost their last 7 home games in the Premier League. They've won 1, they've drawn 1, and they're doing okay. They're doing okay. That one, of course, one draw came against Leeds 2 weeks ago. United make their way back onto the pitch. They're sporting their bright lycra kit. Third kit. They're able to earn that domestically so far. Could do maybe in midweek against Leicester. But we're raring to go for this second half. United need desperately more quality offensively. Some confirmation of the two teams. See if there has been any changes. Cristiano Ronaldo or Casemiro is coming on, or if there's a change at full back potentially. Harry Maguire there, of course. But at the moment, Fusimutsu hasn't made any changes himself. So it's Banzer in goal. Back four of Walker Peters, Bella Kachuk, Salusu, Denepo, midfield two of Ward-Prowse, Salavia, Arubo, Onusi and Armstrong and Adams. United kicking things off. They're shooting from left to right, away from their travelling supporters. No changes for Manchester United. So it's the Hero in goal. Back four of Malacia, Martinez, Varane, Dallo, McTominay, Ericsson, midfield three, Antialanga, Fernandez captain, Sancho on the right hand side left, move off to the right. Rashford, Manchester United. It's United looking to move the ball forward. Dallo's want to throw in Southampton's half. Dallo takes it. Also in their worst run away from home as Fernandez heads this to McTominay, a bit loose. Ericsson may pick this up with a nice header. Headed out though by Southampton. Martinez with heavy challenge on Adams. It was actually Varane in the end who leapt forward and pushed Adams, who's been a handful, to be said, for the centre-back partnership, but they have responded well, Martinez and Varane, to deal with what Adams has been able to produce. But Kachuk will take. Musu takes this, but Kachuk is the centre-back partner. Let's find the right hand side to Ruba. He toward Prowse, who lifts this to anyone as Malacia's clearance is a bit away. We're looking forward to Adams, and Tominay does well, and Hayes easily there on the scene to gather the ball with Tominay watching. Slavered, blue kit, ankle boots, rolls it out to Varane. Skips this to Dallo now, right beside Dallo, pushes the ball forward. Dallo now goes past a couple of players, compared it to Sancho, doesn't elect to do so. It's to McTominay. It's good work from Diego Dallo. Here's Fernandez now to the left hand side for Sancho. Goes into the box. Referee's in the way. First time crossed by Ericsson. Referee says no handball. Dallo looking to the far post where Sancho is. Plays it back to Fernandez, and Southampton do clear. Adams now once again aggression from Martinez. United coming out second half looking a bit more, and it's a free kick that's been won by Southampton. Too aggressive for Manchester United, and Adams wins a free kick on just the tip of the centre circle, which is a hard one at the moment. There have been a few complaints ahead of this game. 47 minutes played, 0-0. Trying to provide that press on the centre back partnership, and Adams trying to get the ball. Go back to their goalkeeper. Ahmed forward by Banzu. To get it back, and it's Fernandez who approaches the box. Can try and play it towards Sancho, he can't, and real frustration. It's kicked it in for Ericsson. Now with Rafael Varane, who enters Southampton's half. United have started the second half well. Been able to passes are starting to stick. Elanga now onto McTominay, onto the box. McTominay, first time shot, and it's pushed. Had time to play it to Sancho, elects not to. Will be a corner to Manchester United. Nice work down this left hand side. It was Elanga Rashford who created the angles. McTominay, who had the look, just didn't want to go in towards Sancho, and Sancho's hands are out there waiting for it. the right choice. Maybe he wanted to catch the goalkeeper out. 49 minutes played. United who have the first corner of the second half. 0-0 at the St Mary's. Going to be right-footed from Eriksen. Out swinger looking all the way to Varane, who gets the header, and it will be a goal kick. Doesn't connect well. No one else did. Southampton. Discussion with former Manchester United, or current, but of course former Manchester United assistant manager under Sir Ferguson, Steve McLaren, of course former manager FC20, Middlesbrough, and highly rated coach who brought them to Manchester United again. Coaching discussion has been released by Southampton. McTominay shows a bit of aggression once again for Manchester United. He wins Bellows first, touch is too heavy. They'll concede the free kick from Canepo, and that'll be a yellow card for Thiago Dello. Just taken out Canepo, who's doing really well, I have to say, in this left back position. Just a heavy touch from the Portuguese international. It's easy for them to concede the free kick. It will be from this left-hand side, Southampton left, right to left in this half. And Prowse always on the money with his set pieces. Will be here, right footing, another high line for Manchester United. It breaks towards De Gea and the initial header from Ruben. Quickly rolled out now to Sancho. Goes in field now to Malacia, who's up forward as the sided fullback. Martinez gets it. That's Varane. Dallo. Field to Elanga. And now back to Rashford. Nice 1-2. Elanga now starting this game on the right hand side. Here is Elanga. Elanga through on goal. It's a good tackle. Brilliant tackle from Belakachop to nick the ball away from Elanga, who was clean through on goal, who had an opportunity to target. Nice play from United, building up with Fernandes and Elanga, and that is a crunching challenge from Belakachop, and he's done superbly there. Elanga was just about to pull the trigger, maybe a touch one too many, and it's comfortable for Southampton in the air. And in fact, he actually played to referee, he might have called something for Southampton defender via that chance. But better for Manchester United, come out in the second half, a few more better combination plays, targeting the Southampton goal. And for a moment there, maybe Lang could have taken that first time, maybe fired United, but he's holding his hamstring. Bella Kachop, if the United perspective, you don't want the intensity to drop here. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to do this in the time being wasted. Already we're seeing a potential substitute coming up for Southampton. Still haven't got the little 1-2 from the right hand and left hand, you know, where the physio puts them both together. Then Erik, who is warming up. It's okay, he's up now, but good job. After that superb challenge. He's just going to the byline now. 2 minutes played. Southampton, I'm sure there will be time added now in the second half. With added time, nothing in the first half. The referee's until he's having a conversation with his coaching side. What is he doing? His partnership has to be as much as it has to be removed. Belakachop be back on, he has. Taylor's the fourth official this afternoon, and he has back to will be initially a Southampton with the ball, the goalkeeper. This fires us forward into Manchester United's half. Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. Malacia to take it. 53 minutes played, 0-0. Malacia takes this on this left hand side. It's a good throw in. Finds Fernandes. Fernandes now. after Dallo wins it. Langer, United just moving the ball a bit quickly. He goes back to the goalkeeper, De Gea. Right-footed launched clearance. Looks towards Rashford. The ball has to be won here. Important if he wins it to United, but does win it. Tomine to Malacia. Martinez. So Rashford, he just does well to just hold that. Tomine back to Martinez. Back line. Varane, United more on top in this second half. For sure. Moving the ball is Elanga. Next not to play it to Fernandes, who's going to be offside. Referee says play on. Dallo looking towards Rashford. Fernandes scores! Manchester United have the lead. A first time volley from Bruno Fernandes. He runs towards Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is what they deserve in this second half. They started brightly and they have the lead. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. Excellent build up down the right hand side, and they get their just rewards. Initially I thought Bruno Fernandes may have been offside from the initial ball. We'll have another look at here if he was. He comes down the round side from Elanga. Fernandes is onside, so is Dallo. Right hand side, plays it to it, right footed, he cushions it past the goalkeeper. Superb from Bruno Fernandes, who's been involved throughout. It was Sancho who wasn't offside, Fernandes was in the box. Southampton 0, United 1. After trailing in so many away games on that poor run, it's United that have that lead, and it's just what they needed. Erik Ten Hag with his hands up, firing and punch in the air. And these are the type of games where you have to take the lead first after the pressure. And it's Fernandes' first Premier League goal of the new season. That'll do them the world of good. And Southampton will have to reset and go. They haven't come out in the second half. 10 minutes into this second half, they just haven't been alert as much. Adams, as the ball goes towards Adams. Here's Sancho with a turn of pace here. I have to say the switch of wings has worked a treat for Manchester United in the second half. Varane's got pressure behind him from Elanga. Elanga now on the right hand side. Another tactical use from Erik Ten Hag, not sticking to his laurels, something we may have saw in the past under other managers, staying, not making changes. He's made that change. Here's Ward-Prowse though for Southampton, and it's unlike him, and he's just put the ball out of play, and Southampton are very much rattled now via that United opener. United fans who would call voice at St Mary's, I'm sure it would be after that finish from Fernandes. It's difficult, had time to bring it down, elected to hammer it home to catch the goalkeeper out. As soon as he left his foot, you knew it was going to bulge into the bottom corner. Southampton 0, United 1. It's Eriksen for Manchester United. Fires this now to the right hand side to Elanga. United have only lost once out of the last 21 games when they've taken the lead first. They've won 15 times when they've scored first in the Premier League since August 2021. They're definitely much a temperament side. They concede first. The statistics will show you that they're most likely going to lose that game, especially away from home. They score first. I just told you statistics there. They're on course maybe to win. But Southampton last week were in this position against Leicester. They were behind. They were in this position 2 weeks ago against Leeds. They were 2 behind and they came behind. So this team is a team that knows how to come from behind and get points. Southampton, and they've got a corner prior to Diego Dallo's challenge down this far side. So this one's not over. Well, all statistics about what United done prior to this game, but this game's got more than half an hour to go, and United will have to be tested. This defence of Varane, Malacia, Martinez and Dallo. 57 minutes played. Can United hang on to this? Another test of their defensive credentials. It's going to be whipped in by Ward-Prowse. He's whipped in superbly, headed out by United though. Falls back to Ward-Prowse. He's going to pump this one back in. It's a loose cross, and good pressure from Martinez. He's always to the ball, has to be said. It's not only Martinez, for all the talk about height, but his aggression, his reading and his technical ability is superb. Him and McTominay put pressure on Adams, who gets there first, but his initial shot is over the bar. 1-0 United lead, and they build from the back straight to Varane quickly. Varane just leaves it for a second. That press to Dallo. Dallo's giving it away. Building it from the back has cost United again here. Adams into the box. Just switches the turn and McTominay will clear. United have to do better in that position because they're going to be punished. They're going to build from the back and have to make sure they progress the ball, especially someone like Dago Delo, who's on a yellow card. So when he loses the ball, he can't go in for the challenge. Adams, who's been lively throughout the game. It's been a good performance from Southampton striker, the number 10, on the back of his shirt. It's a chance now for Southampton. Might be a problem for United after such a positive start to the second half. What you don't want is the temperature and the pressure to drop. You want to build that intensity for sure. It's fired forward, looking towards Adam. He gets the flick on. Still in the box. And Adam clears just about. Looking out. Pumped back in by Salusu. Adams puts the ball. There's chance for handball. Nothing soon, says the referee. I'm sure if it's close towards a handball, we would see a VAR check potentially. It's difficult for anyone to get out of the way from that. United or a Southampton player. Southampton now down this right hand side. Low through Walker Peters inside United's half. And a chop ball. Fernandes tries to do the press. Didn't get the ball back. Here's Armstrong. Southampton now having a very little spell in the second half. They trail 1-0. Armstrong trying to flick. McTominay as it will niggle. Goes into the box. Armstrong fires the ball right at Arubu. And that's still not cleared for Manchester United. It's easy for Southampton to get this ball back. Here's Tenepo who puts the ball past Martinez. Well, McTominay rather. Armstrong. All this outside Manchester United's box. Lavia. Nice ball forward. Now Dinepo down this left hand side, more pressure from Southampton, half an hour to go, 60 minutes played here, Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. United lead through Bruno Fernandes' early second half goal. Walker Peters down this right hand side, and he goes right past the defenders, down this United's right. Just check back, Southampton are building very quietly. How many passes I just mentioned from player to player, but United are pushing Southampton left to right for all of the possession. United now are all players behind the ball and they have can face, and it's now Southampton's turn to break United down. That's what United traditionally have liked over the last couple of years, breaking the ball. Martinez steps up and he wins it back. He's fired it up for a goal kick. The check has been completed on the handball. Did hit his hand from McTominay and he's moving the ball towards his hand. It wasn't intentional. There's nothing you can really do about that. No surprise that VAR have not asked the referee Hadley to have a look at the monitor. Rashford puts pressure on the defenders, but Ketchup has shaken off that early knock. Played it back to Banzu. He's fired this forward. Adams doesn't win the header. Martinez has an incredible leap. He's won that header way ahead of Adams. There's a chance for him to put that ball back in. Headed out by McTominay. 1-0 to United. It's a corner to Southampton. More pressure here. Ward-Prowse have another chance to put this ball in. This time from the opposite end. Southampton have responded well for going behind. Haven't tested the goalkeeper, but they're slowly putting pressure on this Manchester United back four. And they've got good height as well with Salusu, Bella and Laban. They played it short towards Laban and Martinez read that well. It's rather Fernandes, the goal scorer, who blocked it in the end, and it will be a corner once again from the same side. I'm sure for this time they won't be short. They'll look to pump this one in. Southampton 0, United 1. He's going to do it. No, he doesn't. It's Nepo went short and header is over the bar from Bella. They'll make a substitution. That'll be the end of Elanusi's afternoon. Not seen much of Elanusi, has to be said, in a number 10 position. Very anomalous. He's going to be substituted by Armstrong. Stewart Armstrong, of course. We've got another Armstrong. We've got a Stewart Armstrong. Stewart Armstrong has come on. The first change of the game, rolling the dice. As I mentioned, the last couple of games they have come from behind to get something here. 2 weeks ago, 2-2 against Leeds, and last week and that win against Leicester to kickstart their season. They've been a midweek in the League Cup over Cambridge United 3-0. Have one or 2 wins, of course. To this one. With their goalkeepers, kick this down their right hand side. Adams has picked it up. Plays it back to Walker Peters. No changes yet for Manchester United on the side of Casemiro or Ronaldo or Fred. Monday night against Liverpool. 21% possession last 5 minutes. No surprise. They really have taken control of the ball. It's always, in football, it's always about once you're on top, making sure and capitalising, and from Manchester United's perspective to come out in the second half, making those combinations. Tommy had a shot, Elanga went through on goal, and then Fernandes with the breakthrough. Now for Southampton, they haven't got the Gea working yet. There's still time, halfway through the second half now. Still time for someone to get back into this one. So the Gea clears the ball with Eriksen to Malacia. Back to the Gea. Right footed cross towards the United player, towards the Southampton player instead. Sancho. Good first touch from Sancho. Under pressure, been held back, tried to play it towards Eriksen, but it's cut out by Ward-Prowse. Salusi. Get it. That's his goalkeeper. Danzu. On the right hand side, here's Elanga. Look at this up, this where United look very dangerous and what's given away. Sancho was on the left hand side. It's now turned over. First touch is now for Stuart Armstrong. Substitute has come on for Southampton. He plays it back in the field. Here's Navia. He's now beating the whole United midfield. Now he can turn. This is what Southampton wanted since he got the possession, to run at United. Here's Adam Armstrong up against Dalot. Still Armstrong tries to put it in the box, and he does. It's a good save. Come back out, and it's headed out. And United survive, and Southampton really should be 1-1. Arubo with the initial header, and then Walker-Peters with the header out. Brilliant work from Adam Armstrong. All he does is patient, just step over, puts on his left, and then Ruby's headers, point blank save from De Gea, and Walker-Peters in the rebound couldn't found his net. Finally they have something on target in the second half. Southampton, maybe the second effort, it was on target, would have been 1-1. De Gea seems to be a little bit of pain for an initial close range save. Good save from David De Gea. It looked like it was going to be 1-1. That effort seems to be okay so far. De Gea. Warning signs for Manchester United. They need to wake up for sure, or they're not going to get victory today, and they're going to drop more points. It's a side that are used to being behind. As Ronaldo is stripped and ready. When I say stripped and ready, I mean he's got everything on other than shirts and socks. Sorry. Portuguese now will question will this be his final appearance at the United shirt. The window closed on Thursday, but Manchester United continuously linked to a move away. This week it was Sporting Lisbon, the latest team. Sancho, there's a bit of a midfield battle between many players. Referees played it on, let it play on. It was sprayed to the right side, looking towards Elanga. You didn't wonder who's going to come off. It's going to be Elanga. Ronaldo is ready. And it is going to be Jadon Sancho that makes the change. Jadon Sancho coming off. And Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe Rashford will move to the left. And Ronaldo will move up front. And Sancho had a fine first half. These games are coming thick and fast. This goal of the season. Ronaldo. And Rashford to move to the left. And Ronaldo will lead the line once again for Manchester United. Scored. Goal against Brentford. May 1st, Brentford 3, Manchester United beating Brentford 3-0. Scored from the penalty spot in that game. 24 goals for Ronaldo in all competitions in the last year. Nearly 23 minutes left on the halfway line, where the ball is for Southampton. Go into United's half, they dig that forward. Adams, like a beater, Flower traps himself to the ball, but they can't keep hold of it. They do have a throw in though, Southampton. It's 58 minutes on the clock. So Manchester United away trip to Leicester. Games for Chelsea, for Southampton, sorry, it's Chelsea away at the Bridge midweek. And they've got a trip on Monday night to Wolves after with that. Throw it. Carrying it up from his seat. It's all about game management now, United. United need to look to get the second to, you feel, potentially secure that three points. Say 1-0 is the dangerous scoreline. Those two potentially. Here's McTominay picking the ball, going towards the box. They force to Ronaldo, who pulls it, and he's been tackled superbly once again. That's two brilliant challenges from Bella Kachuk. And it's a chance now for Southampton to stretch their legs and press. Here's Adams. Go forward. Stuart Armstrong looking towards Ward-Prowse, and Dallow will loft this to the right hand side. Referees elected not to do the free kick, but Rashford is in pain after trying to go above the defender. Chance there. Tomlin poking it forward, and Ronaldo trying to bring that back. Walker Peters. How that wasn't given as a free kick when you consider that he wasn't playing the ball. Walker Peters is a surprise that the free kick hasn't been given. It will be a throw in to Southampton. Rashford's up now. Not happy scoring the referee. Not happy with that decision, but we play on. 70 minutes now on the clock. They've made that change. Still waiting to see the potential introduction and debut of Casemiro. Inepo for Southampton though. Labour sprints to the right hand side. Bella Kachuk. He goes up. It's really good from Adams. Martinez there does superbly, but it's still alive for Stuart Armstrong for Southampton. They get out of a United sandwich there, Southampton. I have to say, Adams has played superbly this afternoon. He's unlucky not to be on the score sheet. He's not many sights on goal, but a proper old-fashioned centre forward play, really back towards the goal, winning the ball, and Martinez has definitely been up for it as well, winning the free kick, winning the balls, and winning it throughout. Going down this left-hand side, there's Walker Peters, and it's giving away a free kick. Malacia, he's just screamed at the referee saying, "What? Why are you doing that?" So another opportunity for Southampton to put the ball in the box with Ward-Prowse. Does get the ball late there. It's clever from Walker Peters. He's another player who's been linked away for a move from St Mary's over the summer. He's still with, of course, Southampton. He's winning free kicks for the side here, and it's a glorious chance on the byline, about 3 yards down that right hand side, and so many bodies in United's penalty box. 71 minutes played here. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. Ward-Prowse is one of the best, if not the best, set piece taker. He puts this into the middle, headed out by Varane. There's a little push on Eriksen once again from Adams. What Chain was all about, being a real nuisance for Manchester United. Stuart Armstrong, they'll get close to closing down. It's pressure from Southampton. Will this lead to a goal? Armstrong goes past Dallow again too easily. Adam Armstrong puts this into the box, headed by Varane. Pulls out now to Laver. Still the pressure increases. Dinepo back to Laver, nice turn. Still Laver, and his shot is high and wide. That's very disappointing if you are Southampton supporters, and more importantly you have hosting to it as well, as alongside the fans, because you do so well to put that pressure. And there was shouts potentially for the ball hitting the hand. I mean, what's happening is that Southampton get so many balls into the box, the ricochets, and United have to be careful. One of these ricochets are going to land on their hand, and the referee will point to the spot. Varane's very lucky that wasn't a penalty there, just on the basis that there was enough time and space the referee to point to the spot. He's showing a bit of energy, Cristiano Ronaldo, on the centre back. He's been penalised for that, and the referee will make sure that ball is played way back. Someone tried to take the free kick from the halfway line, because right about 15 yards where Ronaldo committed the foul. It's now with the goalkeeper for Southampton. Going to get crunch time now with this game. Full time for him to flip. Here's Lavia, pressed by Fernandez. Now they're now pressing Bella. So he wants the ball, he doesn't get it. This goes back to the goalkeeper for Southampton. Fired forward. Looking towards Adams. Adams Martinez they resume their battle, and Adams wins it. Later Saga, and it's Martinez who gets the ball right. Adams is pretty much falling towards Armstrong, and it's blocked by McTominay. It just wasn't a lot of United players. Adams is still down at the moment. Also have to kick the ball out of play. They're on the ball right now. Armstrong's is down as well, so there's two Southampton players on the ground of Adams and Armstrong. And Hootal's telling him not to put the ball out of play. Martinez there seems to have won the ball, and he did win the ball. Great. He did have a little fight with Adams, but it's a battle that was won by Lisandro Martinez. I have to say I've really enjoyed watching those two get at it this afternoon. Centre back and centre forwards going. It's been a fair, they've both been up to the challenge and both are doing well. Adams is now up, and now the medical team is now looking at Stuart Armstrong. Of course, he's just come on off the bench. It's time for United to reset as well, and everybody's talking to their managers. Miss anything here on Flash Score. Both sets of players again, a bit of water ahead of this one. And so if he can come on, as Ronaldo seems to have a problem also on his right leg, which is not what's needed for Manchester United or Cristiano Ronaldo. He's getting some treatment also. Well, as mentioned, to wait for both players to get going, and I think there's going to be a change for Manchester United already. It's a real test of their squad at the moment. Of course, 5 substitutions. Not too bad. It's Fernandes who got the goal for Manchester United in the bottom corner. And there goes Dello with the assist. If you look at the options, they do have. We do want to change for Southampton. Armstrong coming off. It's Adam Armstrong coming off. So it's still Southampton 0, Manchester United 0. Mara coming on for Southampton. United, of course, have that lead. Bruno Fernandes. And Casemiro is about to come on also. I don't know if that's going to be for Ronaldo. That seems to be okay. Up and running again in this one. Of course, Southampton's going to be a goal kick to Manchester United. There'll be a fair bit of added time, you can imagine. Ronaldo's still limping, which is not ideal if he wants to leave the football club. Here we go in this game. 78 minutes gone, and United are in a position where They are up against Southampton, looking to their first. To get their first. Their away win of the season. Southampton, who have a throw in. So Langer, that's going to come off for Manchester United. They've elected to come off the other side rather than all the other way. It's going to be a debut for Casemiro, the new summer signing for Manchester United. There's a Brazilian flag in the away end. There's a multiple Brazilian flags in the away end from the Manchester United travelling supporters. Here's Eriksen. It looks like he played a full 90. Same with Ronaldo, who's maybe struggling a little bit. Hair comes up and gathers. 10 minutes to go. Expect there to be a lot of added time. Also, provided to Eriksen. Rashford looks to break it down. Oh, it's run well by Eriksen. Looking to Fernandes. He rise the challenge. Can't get the second by the cherry. So it's Ward-Prowse with two number 8s battling well. And two captains battling well. And down the right, that's Southampton goal. Malacia cutting it out. Just United here now, looking for it to win back-to-backs, aiming for back-to-back wins for the first time in the Premier League since February, but there's a lot of time left. Now Ward-Prowse. Lavia. Armstrong. Now back to himself. He's got that. He's done really well in his last 7 home games. 1-1, drawn, lost 5 as mentioned. They're giving the ball away to Fernandes. Fernandes now to Ronaldo. Good touch for Ronaldo. Eriksen, he tried to go past, but Ronaldo might win this. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Burst to the gut to go into the box. Ronaldo, no, the 37-year-old couldn't keep it in. And it will be a goal kick, but just for a second it was a real throwback of Cristiano Ronaldo. And Saluso, who had the pace in the end, up against Cristiano. Eriksen just couldn't launch the ball back, and Rashford hadn't been in. And this may be the rhythm of the game in the closing stages, is what United can do in regards to playing it down the left-hand side and playing on the break. Eriksen playing up front at the moment, and Langer's go off for Casemiro. Also, McTominay's playing as well. I think Ted Hall gets a bit of height. McTominay's just been rolled a little bit. He's conceded a free kick 2 minutes ago. He's got a yellow card. Also, Scott McTominay. Ruben. Problems throughout the game. McTominay booked third. The games in the wars. Mara, the substitute. It's a good ball looking towards in. Now to Arubu. Arubu impressed by Ronaldo. Manzu fires this forward, the Southampton goalkeeper. It's a good header. Murray's going to run towards Varane. Varane heads it to McTominay. McTominay back to Dalot. Dalot hammers this forward. And Ronaldo's offside. Southampton now on the back line. Having the ball here as you approach the final 10 inside the last 10 minutes. They spread it to the right side. It's just cleared away by Malachi. So United need their concentration for sure. Oh, it's really good from Southampton, and it's hired away. Goes through so many players. Bella Kachop, he's had a fantastic game so far. Goes past Ronaldo with ease and a few other United players. And by doing so, he's well and truly pressure on this United side. Well, we approach the final 5 minutes of this game. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. Here hammers this forward. Good towards Ronaldo. Ronaldo makes it stick. Eriksen now comes into a bit of trouble, so Rashford can't keep it. There's a complete miss there by Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes nearly ran into trouble, but what a free kick. Dinepo though, this is dangerous for United. Dinepo goes past Fernandes. Infield towards Leva. Bella Kachop goes for another shot. It's blocked by Casemiro. Right now, it's a moment. Can United hang on? Can they catch Southampton on the break? It's the question in a moment. Southampton continue to load the pressure on Erik Ten Hag's team. Ward Prowse. Rubo. Rubo now. The left hand side to Dinepo. Up against Dello. Dello does really well. Sticks out a right foot out. Comes out. Still to Dinepo though. Comes up for a goal kick or a throw in. It's still alive. Every single player other than the Southampton goalkeepers in Manchester United's half. United being wrist and end in their own half here in this last few minutes. It's all about defending well. Manasseh sticks a leg out, does fall back to Armstrong. McTominay sticks a leg out and does well. Casemiro balls straight at McTominay. McTominay's just got to hammer this out. He's still trying to run this out, McTominay, and he runs into trouble. No free kick, says the referee. So Southampton go forward to Arubo. Still keeps it. Terrible play from McTominay. Has to get rid of that ball. Casemiro and Fernandes. You're seeing that calm and relaxed nature of the side, and that's why he was brought into the side. Whereas McTominay's decision making there was just not good enough. Could have cost Manchester United easily there. You just see there with Leva who has the challenge, and McTominay just complaining. It was a free kick, to be fair to Scott McTominay. He had two players on it. It wasn't even a fair win or use of strength. He didn't get the ball. Very surprised the referee didn't call for a free kick. He's got to get rid of the ball. Maybe a bit of a groin issue. 3 minutes till time now. 3 minutes till time as Fred has been readied. The Brazilian midfield, Casemiro and Fred. They're going to have a slice of that also. This time, of course, is going to be added on. He's getting his treatment. There's another substitution. Dinepo's coming off. And he'll be replaced by Peru. And Peru runs onto the pitch and he's ready. We are 2 minutes from time. I'm expecting him minimum at least 5 minutes. We've had a few different changes already. And there's another substitution for Southampton. As Aruba, who's made that change, has come off. It's Lanko. Come on. Another midfielder. Lanko. All roll of the dice from Hasan Hutel. McTominay's up on his feet. So Peru's on. Lanko's on, and so is Mara. All the time minutes getting eaten and eaten here. I'm sure will be added on. Giving the ball back to Manchester United. There will be a goal kick. I need to get clarification. Oh yeah, it will be a goal kick. There's a few flares put up in the United, of course, a huge demonstration prior to the game in protest of their owners. We're in the 89th minute mark. We're expecting a lot of time added on. De Gea hammers that forward. 30 seconds left of normal time. Ronaldo wins that header. There's no one on there for the second ball. Bit of frustration from Cristiano Ronaldo. Tommy stayed on the pitch. Now down to Lanko. His first touches for Peru. Peru now right out of play, and that will suit Manchester United to a T. Well, we're going to find out. We're seconds away now. How many minutes will be added on? I'm going for 5, and it's going to be 6 minutes of added time. And there'll be another late substitution with Fred coming on for Manchester United. With the 6 minutes added on, below will take this throw. Will there be a late twist in this early lunchtime kickoff in the Premier League? Of course, you can listen to all commentaries for 3 o'clock. Ronaldo, is he going to play Ronaldo? Oh, he shipped the ball towards Rashford, and if he did, Rashford would have been clean through. I've seen enough of United on the break and seeing what they can do. Manchester City v Chelsea's live on Flash Score Audio in less than an hour. Stay with us for the remaining minutes of this one. It's the end of Eriksen's afternoon. No surprise, it's Christian Eriksen that's been replaced. So it's Fred that will come into the middle with McTominay and Casemiro really bodying and making sure no balls are going to be through. That's the plan anyway. 5 minutes left of the 6 has been added on. I'm sure of another 30 seconds to be added on due to the substitutions. It's a free kick for Southampton. Ward-Prowse going to take this free kick. Ward-Prowse hammers this forward. De Gea comes up to get it. He has to get there and he pushes it. He does. And it's Fred who heads it looking towards Ronaldo. Bit of pressure here from Fred up against Armstrong. Clear the ball, Fred. And he doesn't, and it's blocked away from Armstrong because the calls from Ten Hag to do that, the Brazilian. Disappointing touch there. Armstrong with 2:17s going on it. Martinez has been given in a match from the Premier League, and hard to argue with that. If United do keep the clean sheet, it'll be their first clean sheet of the season. Of course, it'll be their first time winning back-to-back wins of the season since February as well. It'll be a good gutsy performance to follow up their win over Liverpool. This is far, far from over. If you know Premier League and you know football, far from over. Down this left-hand side is Malacia, throwing it towards Rashford. No, of course, Ronaldo picks it up. Can play it to Rashford. Is Cristiano Ronaldo. Can check this back. Still Ronaldo. Does find Fred. Fred plays it back to Ronaldo. It's cut out. Less than 4 minutes to go. This is where Southampton good. Fernandes does well to cut it out. That was Martinez rather. Now is Adams. Now to the left-hand side. Is Peru. Plays it back now for Southampton. Peru. Great pressure here from Southampton. Ward-Prowse just takes it to the halfway line. He's back now to Sulusu. With a chance here for Lavo. He should have slipped it forward to Armstrong. He would have been through. Here is Armstrong. He's got it back. It's a really good ball. It's a good chance for Southampton. Palenko cleared off the line. Double second by a Cherry. United hang on. Just about. Southampton knocking on the door. Mara now. I think it was Martinez who cleared it off the line. Is that going to be a goal kick or a corner? It's going to be a corner kick. Still Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. Armstrong with the initial ball in. Pulled back. It's going to go wide anyway. It wasn't going to be on target. It was Varane that clears it. More pressure for United. It's going to be Ward-Prowse to take this. It's going to be taken shortly. No, it's right on the money, and it's headed out by United. Diogo Dalot looks to clear and just run this. Fred will look to create the break. It's not won by Fred, so it's Lavia. Runs back now for the goalkeeper. This is really pressure from Southampton. United will test their credentials. It's pushed down, out by Varane. Is that blow coming? Lianka slips into the far post. Mara over the, just complied. Fantastic effort for Southampton on the body. He had time as well to bring that down. Was that their final chance? Excellent from Southampton. United had so many bodies in the box. He did have to bring it first time with Dalot praying over him, but it was just behind. Look, he's had 2 shots. He had an acrobatic effort, and it was Dalot who got the clearance, not Varane. Although on second look at the replay, I don't think that was going to be on target for Mara. But that one for sure, the second effort where he's just ciphered to the out. You just feel Southampton still get one more chance. They'll get one more chance. Southampton 0, Manchester United 1. We've played, we've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of the 6 minutes that have been added on. Ronaldo's trying to keep it, but he's lost out. It's gone back to Varane, and it's going to be going to De Gea. De Gea's makes sure he's got to clear this, and he does clear it for Manchester United. They go forward. Ronaldo wins the header. It's now time for Fernandes. Fred will create an overlap potentially. Fernandes looking to the far post for Ronaldo, who wins the header. Looking towards Rashford. The header's lost, or Rashford does keep it.